strong.
Right. Welcome to episode. I can't remember what episode we're on. We are here. It's just me and my fiancé today for this episode. So, guys, it's Teddy Boy. So we've got quite a lot to talk about today's podcast. Let's talk about how we met, because I don't really remember it much. I know we met on Bumble.
We met on Bumble. Obviously, we were talking for a while. This man didn't say a single word to me. Just Snapchatted pictures of his face, asking him, like, you got any brothers or sisters? Yeah, I got 3 sisters. And then you said, oh, would you want to meet up? And I instantly was like, no.
Instantly shut down.
And then you said, oh, no, it's fine. I get it. No, I get it. And I left you on red.
We didn't talk for what, a couple of days, maybe a week?
No, it was like 5 minutes.
Oh, was it 5 minutes?
Yeah, and you
I thought it was like a week.
No, you Snapchatted me again, and you said, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, my anxiety-ridden ass was like instant, like, shit, I pushed too quickly.
Nah, because I actually thought you were like, no, it's fine, I get it, I understand. Like, in a
dickhead way.
Yeah.
Nah.
It was like a spur of the moment. My stepfather was spewing up at 2:00 in the morning. All of a sudden, oh, my dad's in this town getting a tattoo, and I'm going with him. Do you want to meet up? I was like, yeah. And then we met up.
Yeah, I remember
around
that.
this town multiple times. Eve pole danced on a tree.
Oh, forget it. If you ever want to get a long-term relationship, just pole dance on a tree on a first date. You'd be all right. With the first date, though, what was your first impressions, though, before the date?
I can't remember. All I can say is that I was speaking to another person also
You
at the time.
I'm joking.
I only deleted him last week.
Last week?
Yeah, I wasn't
We're
quite sure yet.
We're fucking engaged.
No, I'm joking. No, I was talking to another person at the same time. He would like leave me on red. He's like, I'm going to touch up my animals.
What the fuck?
Eve was just like, I'm going to touch up myself. You were very consistent with like the answering me, which I liked.
Yeah, I had no friends. Like, no one would talk to me.
No one talks to me.
I can't remember what my first impressions was, but all I know is as soon as you sent me a video of yourself talking.
Was it a video, or was it a voice message? I think it was a voice message.
No, it was a video. I think it was a video.
I'm pretty sure it was a voice message, because we didn't actually send videos. I mean, we sent snaps and shit, but so you knew what I looked like, but you didn't know what I sounded like.
I think I told you I wanted to know what you sounded like.
Yeah, and then I sent you a voice message, and then
maybe,
and then
maybe.
you were like,
and then as soon as you sent me that voice message, I deleted that other person on Snapchat.
And then when we first FaceTimed, I remember that very fondly, because I didn't know what to do and I was doing random shit. I tried putting my feet up on my desk at the time and said, just calling it.
And then I went around my room showing you all my tiny things.
Yeah, you do like your tiny things. That's why you're with me.
You landed someone so weird.
Well, like, match the energy.
Some of the messages, though, on Bumble that I messaged people were fucking insane. One of them was someone asked me where I was from.
Mm-hmm.
I said I was born in England, but I was made in the Royal Navy.
I love that. I actually love that.
One of like those question things that you have to like, it asks you a question, you put your answer, and then they're supposed to put their answer.
Yeah.
One of them was, what's something you wouldn't want someone to know? I think, or something like that.
Mm.
And I was like, well, I've been around my room seeing what fits up my nose. Like, literally, I had batteries up there, I had pens.
You got big nostrils, though.
I got big nostrils, so I was literally, like, 9 times out of 10 on FaceTime to Lucio, seeing what fits up my nose.
Do you not remember anything, like, impressions after our first date?
No, I knew I liked you, though. You bought me a hot chocolate.
I did.
And then I spilled it down myself instantly.
You did, yes.
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh, no, because we had a plan, and it was to go to the arcade, do bowling as well, and then you chickened out at the last minute.
Yeah, because my instant thought was like, oh my god, what if he sees me? It was just cringe. Like I just wanted to walk normally. If I did anything stupid, I'd think, oh my god, what if he cringes?
But the thing is, though, you're saying this, but I pole danced on a fucking tree.
And then we were sat outside Papa John's, and you were like, I was like, you all right? He was like, and then you grabbed my hand and held my hand. It was like we were fucking kids.
Right, let's just clarify. This was the first date I had been on in 3 years since I, 1, broke up with my ex, and 2, moved to Wales. And I was full of anxiety because of my last relationship as well, so I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I mean, from like where we are now compared to when we first started dating is completely different. With me, I'm less anxious. I feel like I've gotten more confident in myself.
Yeah.
I'm still a bit anxious sometimes, but I remember like when we first started dating, I would overthink all the time.
Yeah, I remember. It was terrible.
Oh, it was awful. But now I'm just like, yeah, do what you want. And
At
I'd be
the end of the day,
overthinking.
I'll always come home.
Get him out of here, man. He's creepy. But no, it's completely different. I mean, you go on a night out, I'd overthink a lot, and then it was just constant. You just constantly had to reassure me
all the time.
All the time. But I'm all right. I'm all right now. You go if you want to go on a night out now. I'll be like, all right, cool. The proposal as well was, I don't know. Well, I mean, I've got a video on my TikTok, so anyone wants to go see that, then yeah. Oh, that's the cat. Well. Yeah, our proposal was, I don't know. Do you think it was quick? Because we were only dating for 2 years.
No.
I remember though, I told my dad that I wanted to propose to you, and and in an instant, are you sure?
Are you sure?
Because I had a bit to drink as well, it got sort of affected me badly.
Yeah, I know.
And it was bad because you were around my parents' house at the same time as well. So yeah. I couldn't tell you what was wrong. But yeah, no, my dad's all right with it now. I hope. Well, it's a bit late now, isn't it? Anyway, surprise, we're getting married this year. Just bought a house and now we're getting married. 2 stressful things.
We're getting married at the registry office.
Yeah.
And we're having an after do. It's pretty basic, but will be a memorable thing.
It'll be a memorable day. I mean, the registry office has still got seats and everything for guests. Well, Rusty is coming from all the way from America, which I'm very excited about. So that's going to be fun. And Race is coming as well. Yeah, there's going to be loads of people there. Rusty's coming to the UK for about a week. He's staying with us. So when he's over, there's going to be a lot of content with me and Rusty.
Oh, trying British food.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Do you know what I'm going to do?
You're going to hold a sign?
No. he's just going to come out of the gate, and I'm just going to walk past him, and then I'm going to go to the security guard and whisper in his ear and be like, see that guy, he's got a bomb. They're going to arrest him. Then I'm going to pull up as his lawyer. I'm going to be like, I'd like to see my client. I walk in, I'm like, right, give me 5 minutes with my client. They walk out, I'll be like, what's good, bro? What sign am I holding up?
Rusty's mom.
Rusty, wiggle my balls.
No, you can't hold that up in the airport.
Loads of people are coming to the wedding. Rusty flying in from America. Can't wait. Race is coming. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do paintballing as well for my stag do or bachelor party, whatever you say it, or whatever you call it.
Welcome to the bachelor pad, man.
That woman is so fine. So fire.
Nah, dude, she's a thought.
Been a while. We've been engaged for a year, so we just thought, fuck it.
Didn't want a long engagement, but
we kind of had to, because we were still living with our parents while we were engaged for a year. So I mean, we're segueing now onto the house. We obviously bought a house, and now we're getting shit done to it, as you can see on people is watching on YouTube. This is nothing special, but it's our first house, so it is what it is. Yeah. I think the dog wants you to throw something.
Yeah, he wants me to throw his broccoli.
What's your biggest dream?
Be a biologist.
Biologist?
Do like either like work in a hospital and like do blood samples and stuff, and like or to like work in like a lab or something, and like maybe like try to find cures for stuff.
That'd be cool.
And like And like doing all like these different science experiments. I'd love to do that.
That'd be cool. I can see you doing that as well. You love like biology and shit. I think if you had the choice to become like a midwife or something or a nurse, I reckon you would go for it.
Yeah.
Not gonna
What's your
ask-
biggest dream?
Nah, I was gonna say you're not gonna ask me, bitch. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I think my biggest dream is probably to be a game designer, like a couple of years ago. But I did do a year in college of game design, but not really done it much since. So maybe like a graphic designer. If I can, get better with Photoshop, I feel like I could. I'd like to be a graphic designer.
I have a second dream.
Okay.
To win the lottery.
I think that's everyone's dream. What would you do if you won the lottery?
I would sell this house, buy a really big one, have a big, massive, grand wedding. I'd quit my job, but I'd do every single thing that I can do to do voluntary work for adults with learning disabilities, help fund activities for them and new things every day, and help. I'd just do as much as I could for adults with learning disabilities.
If I won, I'd probably sell the house as well, get a big, massive house. I'd do everything, like I get all the stuff that I want in life sorted, pay off all debts and everything. And then I would help out my parents. And then I would I would do a lot of charity work, I think. Right, we've got a debate. So free will versus determinism. So whether your choices are yours and you shape your life, or is your life already decided for you? What side are you on?
I think we have free will.
I think so too, but also it's hard. You don't know really when it comes to like stuff like time travel, though. I know it's not real, but if it was, you go to the future, you know what's going to happen, and then you come back to the present, and you start seeing stuff line up to what happens in the future. It's sort of set in stone then, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's also so many different things that could happen. In that case, you are the only person that can stop things from happening that way. You've gone to the future. You were there in the future. That's what happens as long as you go back and you carry on your life as normal. Say, for example, when Donald Trump got shot in the ear. So Donald Trump got shot in the ear. Last year, you time traveled to a couple of years ahead.
Yeah.
Before he got shot in the ear now, right?
Yeah. Well,
you travelled a couple of years ahead. This is right. So this was before he got shot in the ear.
Okay.
Him and Joe Biden were running against... No, him and Kamala Harris were running against each other last year.
Yeah.
Then... So before that, when they were running against each other, but before he got shot in the ear, right?
Right.
You time travelled.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we're in war with Russia. Like a couple of years, and everything's destroyed and everyone's been bombed, and because we're in a war with Russia. This might be a bit controversial because obviously you hear about it. It's because he got shot in the ear, blah 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 blah. Then you go back and you warn them.
Yeah, but then no one would take you seriously, though, would they?
No, but you warn. Well, you could try your best, but say for example you warn them, and then they actually think, oh, hold on, he won't go today, or he'll have a sick day, or whatever. He's too ill to make it today for blah blah blah. Then Kamala Harris wins. Then that's a completely different strain of future. Then it splits off.
Well, it's a parallel timeline then, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not parallel, but like there's loads of different sort of universes, and I think that sometimes they switch and they interchange together. Like I've been watching movies recently and I do not remember stuff from that movie that happened in that movie. I do not remember that. Which then we could talk about Mandela effects. Mandela effects is like different universes like coming together. So I think we do have free will, but also actions have consequences.
The parallel world thing is possible.
Like if you think about it, there's a world out there where I'm a man.
Would you sleep with yourself if you met your alternate man self?
Probably.
I feel like if I met my woman self, I'd probably...
No, I would. I probably wouldn't. I might. I don't know. But I think I would sleep with I'd sleep with a clone of myself.
Oh, yeah. If I had a clone of myself, I'd be like, hey, yo. On my knees, unzip. Are ghosts real? Or are mediums faking their whole shtick?
What do you think?
I think ghosts are real. I feel like there is an afterlife.
I would like to share a few experiences that I've experienced. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate people, right? I hate people who will be like, walk into a room and you're like, oh, I've got a weird sense in here.
It's different because like sometimes you walk in a room and you could just tell it like they've been arguing, like someone's been arguing or someone's fallen out. You could just tell by the fucking vibe in the room. But like when it comes to ghosts, like someone walks in and be like, oh, I feel like someone's haunting this place. Like, shut up.
My sister's house in Brecon. Oh my god, it was terrible. I'd have nightmares. I'd feel panicked. I'd feel like I wasn't safe. I was too scared to walk into a room and stuff like that. I'd have to stay in that one room and just stay there. Like, I slept there for a couple of nights in a row, and then I was sleeping on a sofa bed.
Yeah.
And all I remember was just going, don't look in the corner of the room. Don't look in the corner of the room. Don't look in the corner of the room. I didn't. I was just like, just go back to sleep. Just go back to sleep. Just go back to sleep. And I did, and it was fine. Nothing ever happened. But it was just a feeling, and it was such a horrible feeling. But I don't have that feeling in this house. I'm very happy, and I'm very happy to walk around.
I remember, though, first night we stayed in our own house when we built it. Something, a noise. I swear to God, there was a noise, and I shot up. I was like, what was that? There was a noise? Did you know? No, go back to sleep.
It come from the kitchen. We were sleeping literally here.
Yeah.
It came from the kitchen, and it was like probably like a pipe.
Probably. It probably would. Now I think about it, probably was. But at the time, I shit myself.
I was already turned around, and I went, and then you went, what was that? It was me.
It was you.
Yeah, I've had a few experiences though with ghosts.
I've had one. I've had one experience, and that was when me and my old friend, he stayed over, and we were up till about fucking 3 a.m. Fucking so many weird noises were going on, and I'm pretty sure, I think I got to the point where we went towards the window because we heard something by the window. I went up, looked by the window, and then because my window was like, I could see across the street from my bedroom. So I looked out from across the street, and I could just see a shadow, like, figure. It was just standing there, sort of looking directly at me. And I don't know whether that was because I was tired, because it was 3 a.m. or not, but I swear I could see something.
I've had a few experiences.
Go on.
First one that I can remember, we just moved to here. Not here, not this house, but my mum's house. I was walking back from my friend's house, thou who shall not be named.
Ugh.
And it sounded like my mum whispering my name in my ear.
Right.
I was just at the back gate. It sounded like she went, Sash. And it was my mum's voice. There was no way that she wasn't even upstairs, so she wouldn't have gone out. Plus the windows only open at the top, like a slither. So like she wouldn't have. And I asked her as well. I said, "Did you whisper my name?" She went, "No." She went, "Did you whisper my name out the window?" No.
What time did you come back though from thou shall not be named?
It was daytime.
Daytime.
Yeah.
Mad.
I didn't take any narcotics.
She was on drugs.
Second one, I seen a cat jump off the chair, but then it just disappeared.
Weird.
It was like white, black, and ginger cat. It's weird. We didn't have a cat.
Sorry, I just saw another experience. Again, when I was a kid, I was in primary school, and I went over to my friend's house after school, and we did, which is stupid, Bloody Mary.
Right.
Did that. I shit you not. After we did that, a book, like, oh no, not even a book. There was about 3, maybe 4 books that he had on the shelf, just fucking flung off. And I legged it. I was gone. I went home crying.
No, that's not. It's not that stupid doing that in the mirror, but doing a Ouija board is.
Ouija boards are stupid. The mediums though, like psychics. Do you reckon some of them are faking? I reckon some of them are for money, and then I reckon there's a few out there though.
Yeah, I think some of them are faking for money, but then also there is some of them that, like, you either get one that's faking it is like such generic stuff, like your nan is called Sylvia.
She's baked cookies. She told you to fuck off on Christmas, you selfish cunt.
It's getting too real now.
True
Reel
story.
it back a bit.
True story.
My mom's got kind of a gift, but I think you need to like really deep dive into the spiritual realm to sort of awaken the
What is this,
gift.
fucking Avatar?
I mean, like, you got to do a lot of mind work and like meditation and stuff like that. You need to do a lot of that to open it up properly for you to be able to like read other people.
Yeah, I don't know. The more we talk about it now with the whole reading people, I don't buy into that. I'm not buying into that. Another thing is possession. Like, I don't know. Like, what was that thing we watched with on that documentary of that YouTube family? And then one of the women she was working with, she pretended to be possessed. And
Devil in the Family.
Yeah. And she was like having a like an episode, and she was like mumbling in like a really weird voice, and it was like she was possessed. But you obviously know that's bullshit. You can tell. Yeah. There's sometimes people are I do believe in like demonic stuff and shit, like not to like a cult extent, but you know, like there's probably angels, demons, whatever. There's got something going on. I'm not religious, but that side of it, I believe. I do believe that some people have been possessed by evil spirits, but then there's people that do it just to, get out of stuff, blame it on the devil or something.
I think I've done meditation. I've done this one meditation a few times, and it's meet your spirit guide. And you talk to your spirit guide, and they take you flying across the fields, and you get to pick what everything looks like. For me, it's always Kerry's dad's farm.
Mm.
And we sit under a tree and we talk, and then take me flying across the fields, and that for me. But I've never actually seen my spirit guide. I have not seen their face. I know it's a woman, and I know she's ginger, and I was walking up the lane, and then someone just went boom past me, and she was ginger. She had long hair. And that was my spirit guide. But when they like come down and they're like, oh,
like
flying down. But I can't see their face. Their face is just a bright white light. But they're wearing a lovely white dress.
I've never had that sort of thing. I've had an out of body experience though.
Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't last night, was it?
No, it was years ago. I think it was one of the first nights I moved. Well, after I moved, and it was like, I don't know, I was asleep. I could see myself sleeping. I could see everything. I could see Bella, my dog at the time, just doing her thing, snoring, and I could see myself snoring and sleeping. And I could see, and I could also, just because I had my L desk at the time as well, I had a laptop back then, but I could see my laptop light flashing as well, saying it was still on, but it was locked and the lid closed. I could see it still flashing a little bit. That's all I remember from it. Next thing I know, I'm awake. My sister, fiance, had a similar experience as well.
He's experienced loads of different things.
Yeah, I fucking what was it? What was that thing? My niece Elodie, and when the house they lived in before, she got pulled.
She got pulled.
She was in her crib. And they're in a crib. She was in her crib, and then she was like sort of rolling around, and then on the actual camera thing, you could see something pulled her leg, but nothing was there.
Yeah,
it was weird, man. My mum showed me that, and I was like, "What the fuck? They need to get out of the house."
They also had a picture of said baby on the swing, And then behind the swing, like the swing finishes at the bottom, you got the baby's legs there, perfectly, and then at the bottom was another pair of legs with
Yeah, that's
wellies on.
weird. That is weird. It's shit like that though. Like that, I believe, and like some possession and stuff, and some hauntings, I do believe. I like what was one? What was the one based in? They could like Conjuring 2. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Conjuring 2 specifically, and what happened in that movie, but it was Amityville. And they did reference it in that movie. Oh no, well, it's also a film franchise. Is that Ryan Reynolds? Yeah, so it's on November 13th, 1974, 23-year-old Ronald DeFeo Jr. shot and killed his parents and 4 siblings in their Dutch colonial house at whatever, Long Island. He was convicted of second-degree murder in 1975, sentenced to 6 terms of 25 years to life in prison. He died in prison in 2021. December 1975, George and Kathy Lutz, along with their 3 children, moved into the house only to leave after 28 days, claiming to have experienced paranormal phenomena. The house became a subject of numerous investigations by paranormal researchers, journalists, and skeptics. House today is... Well, the address has changed and sold in 2017 to an undisclosed owner. So I'm really into this. I do believe in that sort of stuff, but I do believe some people do fake it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Some people do fake it, and they, like I know plenty of people that have had things and stuff. But me and you, we went to a medium night with my mum, and she told me that my nan was a nurse. I was like, no, I don't think she was. I paid for an actual one-to-one reading, and it was quite good. And I had a separate one that explained my nan down to a T.
Yeah.
Explained my great nan down to a T, and even her, her humor.
Yeah.
And they also described my uncle.
Yeah. Some people have probably got that gift, and other people probably just faking it.
I think that sometimes I'm a bit how did I know that? How did I know you were going to say that? Or how did I know, this was going to happen? Or how did I predict that in my mind? And also with not being able to see my spirit guide's face, I think that is because in my mind I'm not ready.
And that could be time. It could be time.
Before you're ready, yeah. I used to be 14, 15, saying to my nan, talking to my nan who was no longer here, telling her, I'm ready, please show yourself. Just show yourself to me, I'm ready. But she never did because I wasn't actually ready. So I would have shat myself.
To be honest, I don't think any of us would be prepared until we eventually pass. I think that's probably what the whole situation is. I think it's the same with everyone though. If my dad was to, I hope it don't happen, but if he was say to pass, I reckon he would probably see his dad. I think maybe do you believe that when you pass? Sorry, this is getting deep.
No, I can't.
We're not going there. We're not going there. Right, we're not going to go there. I think that's it. I think we're done.
Is that it?
I think we haven't got anything else to talk about. No more topics, unless you got something else.
I don't know. Do you have anything else to talk about? Do you have any controversial opinions?
Not off the top of my head. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'll ask that question to my dad. He definitely will.
Well, hold on. You missed out pet peeves.
Oh, pet peeves. What are your pet peeves?
Slapping lips when eating. Really.
Oh,
really.
Yeah. Yeah.
It depends. I don't really have pet peeves, but if you catch me on an off day, I will snap if you're sat there slapping your lips. Shut up! Stop slapping your lips! Also, liars.
Oh, lying.
I hate people who lie.
Lying.
They lie. Why are you lying?
Why? Yeah.
Why are you literally lying?
Why do you have a reason? There's nothing good comes out of lying.
I am currently living my best life. I don't have many friends, but I've told the truth about my life. I've told the truth about my life so for so long. I've never lied. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to meet this boy. He's like 17 and I'm like 10. So like, that's what people would be like.
What the fuck? Lying is
Hey.
fucking pet peeve. I hate it. I hate
You got
it.
any other pet peeves?
Ooh, I got a bit of autism, so a lot of stuff does sort of, piss me off a bit if it's not done in a certain way. Like, I think the first couple of months we started living together, it was just like certain things would piss me off a bit. But
Yeah.
that, again, that's normal. Just because I got a bit of autism, it's a bit, it's heightened a bit.
What kind of things would piss you off, Ed?
If someone was doing something, but they weren't doing it the way I know how to do it.
Like me with the washing.
Yeah. Like, if they're not
When you
doing it
take it on the
the
line.
way I know how to do it, then I'll be like, fucking give it here.
I do that with you a lot.
Yeah. And also interrupting me. Like, it's not just you, and you do it a lot, to be fair, and it does sort of get on my nerves a bit. But other people do it to me as well, and it's just a general thing. Like, if I'm talking, like, my dad is the worst for doing it, and I think that's where I get it from, because he would just do it throughout my childhood. I would talk about something that I'm really into, like, a new movie's out, and I've just watched it, and I want to talk to someone about it, and I normally talk to my dad about that sort of stuff. So I would talk about him, and two things. One is when he interrupts and he wants to talk about someone else. So he just interrupts me and I'm like, oh yeah, all right, cool. You fucking whatever. The other thing is I'm trying to talk to someone and then they're obviously not listening. My dad is the biggest person for that. You'll be talking to him and he's just on his phone. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. I think another one would probably be me, like, if I want to get something done, but then I can't do it right away, sort of thing. Like if like that situation when you have all your clothes everywhere, where my desk is now, and I was like, look, you need to put your clothes away so I can get my setup sorted. Yeah. And then you were like, yeah, no, I'll do it.
Yeah, and then I did.
And then you just kept procrastinating.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that because I really wanted to get my desk and my setup sorted. And then obviously it took ages. I think this is where I get all my pet peeves from, is from my dad.
Parents have a big impact on their children.
Oh yeah. I think that's it. I think that's everything. I don't know who's going to be on the next one. It's probably just going to be me and Rusty again. Bye.
Bye.